What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and it appears Steven Crowder's in a little bit of trouble, and this is all ridiculous. I wholeheartedly support him, and as many of you know, maybe sometimes to my detriment, but Steven's always been a strong supporter of me and has always looked out for me. He even did a free commercial for my coffee or for my cocoa one Christmas, and that was one of the coolest things any large creator's ever done. It was actually the coolest thing. We sold a bunch of cocoa. Well, now, thanks to Nancy Mace, he's getting sued. And let's look at this. By the way, huge shout out. All of our coffee from coffeebrandcoffee.com is now available on Amazon, which means you get it free next day shipping. Yeah, I hardly make anything on it because Amazon takes 30%, but I'm more concerned with you getting your beans quick, fast, and in a hurry. It's roasted fresh on demand. We still have some of our summer selection. The Tiger's Blood and the Blackberry Cream are gone once they're gone, and they're my two favorite flavors. Also, Blueberry Cobbler and Strawberries and Cream are top sellers. They're right there at the link in the description. If you don't like flavored coffee, we have double calf, decaf, dark roast, butterscotch, Ethiopian light roast. We have something for everyone. We have K-Cups. I would absolutely love it if you went over there, pick something up. And most importantly, when you got it, come back to it and leave a review. You can see now, look at all the flavors we have. It's absolutely crazy. And I'm really, really hoping you can help us break that 2,000 review line. Now, here's the clip. Basically, we have something for everybody at our Amazon store. So check that out. Here's the clip.
Yesterday, Representative Nancy Mace dropped some private footage as part of, I believe it was congressional testimony to push for passing some anti-voyeurism legislation.
Exhibit 1, behind me is a screenshot from one of the videos I found of myself. The yellow circle, this naked silhouette, is my naked body.
I hope that justice is served. It looks like it's going to go through this process, and with that amount of evidence, it would seem like there will be some people put in prison for life.
So all he said was, hey, with that amount of evidence, it seems like there's going to be some people convicted. He didn't say it proves beyond a shadow of a doubt. He didn't say I'm a judge. He didn't say, he was just sharing his opinion. Well, of course, this is America, and everyone has to get sued. Conservative podcaster Steven Crowder has now been dragged into a bitter defamation battle triggered by U.S. Congresswoman's controversial voyeurism allegations. Nancy Mace went scorched earth on 4 men she named as alleged predators in a February House speech, claiming they drugged and put their hands on her and filmed multiple females, including herself. Her incendiary remarks were protected by the Constitution's speech or debate clause, which shields lawmakers from legal action while speaking in Congress. Essentially, they tried to sue her for saying this, but because she said it on the Senate floor, she can't be sued for it, which quite frankly seems kind of odd to me. I can understand why you would have those laws in place because, you have to be able to speak freely when you're there. But I also see how there's a lot of pitfalls with that because who really knows? You could just go up there and say whatever heinous stuff you want with absolutely face no kind of consequences for it. But lawyers for one of the 4, Brian Musgrave, are now instead targeting prominent media figures who dare to interview Mace afterward and for, quote, allegedly amplifying what they say are false claims. Now, I don't believe there is a world where this person wins their lawsuit. I wasn't there. So I don't know if they did or didn't do what Nancy Mace was accusing them of. But to go after the people that platformed her is wild. There's obviously also something that doesn't happen to the left very often. I don't care for Nancy Mace. I think she's every bit the social media lawmaker that AOC is, for example. All talk, no walk. But, she's certainly allowed to go out there. And Crowder is certainly allowed to platform her. Daily Mail now can reveal that they are, in fact, suing Crowder the Louder with Crowder podcast host, and Gerald Morgan, after the commentator declared on the air that there appeared to be enough evidence to see the accused men locked up for life, according to the complaint. I don't understand what he said here. How could that be construed as defamatory? I literally don't understand. He's just sharing his opinion. He's allowed to have an opinion. I would argue he's certainly allowed to have an opinion. But this is America. And while everyone likes to talk about our weapons problem, our protecting ourselves problem, as some people say, our justice system in this country is garbage. It is weaponized far more often than used rightly. You can look at Donald Trump. You can look at now Steven Crowder. You can look at, any number of people who have faced it. People who spill hot coffee on themselves when the package says hot, but the font isn't clear enough for them to read, even though they ordered coffee extra hot. They get to sue people. All sorts of crazy, dumb lawsuits get passed around, and it's ridiculous. No matter what, this is going to cost Crowder tens of thousands of dollars to defend himself, in which a court, by the way, should completely be throwing this out. Like 100% should be throwing out this lawsuit. But because of Steven Crowder, they're going to allow it to go forward. That's my opinion. Don't sue me for it. The defamation suit also takes aim at journalist Dan Ball, the host of Real America on One American News Network, OAN. Musgrave's previous effort to sue Mace failed in federal court when the judge ruled that the South Carolina Republican was immune to legal action while speaking on the House floor. But with her name featured 73 times in his latest 17-page complaint, she faces the unwelcome prospect of being subpoenaed for evidence while she runs for governor of the Palmetto State. This is what this is. This is lawfare that is being levied against Republicans, as is generally the case. And now Steven Crowder is going to have to lose tens of thousands of dollars because Nancy Mace wants to run for a governmental position. That's really what this is. Hopefully Nancy Mace can encourage a bunch of people to join Mug Club, because this sucks. She claimed to have found more than 10,000 videos of gutless, evil acts after gaining access to Bryant's cell phone and locating a trove of images from a supposed secret camera. But Musgrave's new suit claims that Mace cooked up her allegations to get back at Bryant, her ex-fiance, after she called off their engagement in December 2023, supposedly after catching him on Tinder. He claims he barely knew the GOP firebrand. But wait, weren't they engaged? That seems odd. But wasn't present during any of the events she alleges took place, and his only connection was to her via friendship with Bryant. Oh, this is someone else. Got it. Mace's speech was nothing more than the culmination of a campaign of blackmail and extortion against her ex-fiance, and after he refused to capitulate to her demands for money and the possession of the property that they previously owned together, his complaint states. As for the plaintiff, he becomes collateral damage. So they admit it, basically. Well, I mean, Steven Crowder interviewed her, so he's got to get sued. Musgrave's lawyers, Ronald Richter and Eric Bland, say the speech created a media firestorm that trashed her client's reputation. I didn't even know his name before this, so congratulations. But while Mace is shielded from legal repercussions by her status as a congresswoman, the media outlets who adopted, amplified, or republished her quote, defamatory accusations do not share her cloak of immunity, they argue. I don't see a scenario where this case doesn't get blown out in court, but it doesn't mean it's not going to cost him a bunch of money. It doesn't mean that it isn't meant to dissuade conservative commentators from hosting Nancy Mace to probably try to interfere with her election, in my opinion. These include podcaster Steven Crowder, who has more than 1.8 million followers on Rumble. He hosted Mace on his show on the 21st before telling listeners, quote, "With that amount of evidence, it would seem like there will be some people put in prison for life, according to the complaint." That's all I said. It would seem like that. CEO and co-star Morgan chimed in to say, the These guys deserve every ounce of punishment we can give them, the complaint adds. Another month earlier, Mace was interviewed by Ball during her appearance on OAN and says the complaint filed in New York County Common Pleas Court. The host took a, quote, defamatory shot at Musgrave, according to the complaint, saying, one of the perverts that you went after you called them out and doxed them on the House floor finally got arrested. You're getting some satisfaction here, Nancy. So the guy was arrested. I'm not sure how that could be defamatory. The comment was an apparent reference to Bowman's 2025 arrest, which was allegedly for harassing his ex-wife and not connected to Mace. Oh, okay. Well, he was arrested, so his statement seems to hold true. Brian is one of only 4 who have been criminally investigated by SUED, the South Carolina Law Enforcement Department, but he has not been charged with anything. He later went on X to deny the allegations. Well, that must mean he's telling the truth. The publication of these and other false statements about the plaintiff are so injurious to his reputation that the law presumes injury, Musgrave's suit contends. Over and above any legal presumption, the plaintiff and his family are devastated by these false accusations. Mom of 2 Mace goes into the 2026 gubernatorial race involved in multiple lawsuits stemming from her notorious speech. The 2-time divorcee sued Bowman for libel in May, claiming he responded to her allegations by posting a barrage of vile, contemptible, and repugnant character attacks to X. He claims his words were covered by free speech protections. Bryant Bowman and Osborne are also being sued for battery, conspiracy, and inflicting emotional distress by a Jane Doe, who says that they took her without her consent and photographed her while incapacitated on a couch at Bowman's home in 2018. The victim says the complaint that she learned about the attack when Mace contacted her, saying that they had found a video of her on Brian's phone of her being attacked. The 3 deny their accusations and, of course, are innocent until proven guilty. In April 2023, we know about Crowder's edited ring footage. Don't care. I mean, this whole thing is actually bonkers. This is probably a multi-million-dollar lawsuit that they're just trying to ambulance chase. You know, so good luck with that. Crowder has very good lawyers. His ex-wife and family tried to extort him with their edited video, but got caught in text and emails doing it as a setup. What's up with Mace Face? Looks like she's aged 20 years overnight. You know, Mace is crazy. Crowder is vile. Make a real quality team, the 2 of them, of Trump's very fine people. Again, this is politically motivated. Crowder should absolutely crush this in court, but he shouldn't have to. I hope you enjoyed this video, informed by this video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.